either late 2007 or early 2008.
Hmm.
So I was TAing for Bart, and we were this was just before one of his lectures. We were walking over there, and he was saying, hey, it's starting to get to be the point where you need to kind of figure out what you might want to write on.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's right. I know
and
that
I
feeling.
said, oh, I already know what I'm going to write on. He's like, really? Well, why don't you let me in on this?
That's
And uh, so I just briefly, about 2 minutes, 5 minutes or so, laid this out and said, I think this is what's going on, and I think it needs to be explained and fully, uh, fully explicated, because I think this solves a lot of problems for, various conundra that are that exist within Pauline scholarship, or within scholarship of Paul. Uh, and Bart kind of turned and looked at me, and he goes, "Right. So, how many classes on Paul have you taken? How many classes on Paul have you taken?" It's like, where this seems kind of. I haven't
Le
seen anybody that's made any case like this. And I said,
yeah,
none.
left field. Yeah, where are you coming from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he kind of looks at me funny. He goes, and I go, none. I've not taken any classes on Paul. And then he goes, yeah, this kind of sounded like the work of an autodidact. So, I haven't seen anything that kind of looks anything like this. This is pretty far out there. So why don't you go over to Duke and take a few classes with Joel Marcus and Douglas Campbell and Richard Hayes and a few guys and Paul, and kind of run this by them and see
And
what they
Joe's
think.
going to be
Because
in our seminar. Yeah,
right,
in our
so
conference. So
he
yeah.
he basically said, I think once you get there and they kind of get
Hmm.
their hands on this, you'll have to do something else, because they'll explain why this doesn't work.